Ain't nobody here. Hey, it was literally 0 people when I looked down and light the blunts. When I looked up, it was 8. So y'all probably was there, just wasn't showing it. Make sure y'all hit that like button though. There's another conspiracy. I ain't gonna call this one a conspiracy theory. Cause some people like, I don't know. She might be true, might not. I don't know. But I do know people like believe like the Earth is flat, so I ain't gonna disrespect their beliefs. But I want to see and understand why people believe like the Earth is flat. That's not my beliefs. I can't even say if this motherfucker round because I ain't never been off of it. So hopefully we got some people who come in today that can uh, show up for this topic so we can have a nice conversation. There's 2 likes in here right now. 5, my bad. Bob Nasty coming through. Swag in your mouth coming through. Duke Nukem, shout out to you coming through. The cloud's gonna be behind the moon. Tonight is not to like make nobody say, "Hey, fuck, your beliefs is fake." Like I really want to understand why they have that belief. Like I've seen a few documentaries in the past, but it didn't make me think the Earth was flat. Like I guess I ain't go deep enough down that rabbit hole. Like so, hopefully we can get somewhere tonight, right? Where my flat earthers at? I know y'all here. Mob Nasty coming through. Appreciate it once again. Uh, and I know it's a lot of flat earthers out, flat people who believe in flat Earth out there. Like so, for them to see that, I'm pretty sure this would hit their timeline on YouTube, right? Yeah, that like that things like that. I'm trying to figure out like, cause they said Antarctica was the edge of the Earth, right? That's why nobody could go. Like, I want to know like shit. What have they discovered in Antarctica? I heard it was like portals to different like planets and shit. But once again, I ain't never been to Antarctica, so I can't say. And like I ain't gonna lie, I did this I ain't did shit. I watched this documentary about flat earthers and they tried to do like this experiment to see if the earth was flat using some type of flashlight type of beam and the shit didn't work out in their favor. So let's see what we're gonna learn tonight though. But there's flat earth theory people and there's hollow earth theory. What's the hollow earth theory? Like shit. I don't think I heard that one before. Even the flat earth, but I think there's another world behind the ice wall. I don't believe there's a life deep. Oh, I know. Yeah, I believe in life is underground. Like I believe they got cities and all that shit under the earth. So that is not like yeah, like how does that go along with the flat earth theory, right? I mean like so do flat earthers believe in space? Like or do they believe this is like earth is just like flat on the bottom of the bottom? Like so you can't technically fall off. Like, how do like this goes? Because I really want to know. I'm very interested in like the theory of flat Earth and like why motherfuckers believe it. But that hollow Earth, people living under the ground, definitely cities under the ground. Fuck shit, even just the ocean, how deep that goes. Like I know is like shit that's been undiscovered in the water. Like so, they believe there are caves and other interesting lush climate. That's why we need some people in here like who truly can let us know you can't do it. Like, see, Duke Nukem, you might be. Is you low key a flat earther? You just don't want people to like criticize you on your beliefs, or you just went down that rabbit hole and see why they was thinking that too. Barry Green, they say we got dome over top of us. Yeah, like that's the I know that's the flat Earth theory, like it's a dome, but I'm like, where y'all get that from? Like, what made you? What makes them believe it's a dome on top of the Earth? Like, so that means that, of course, they don't believe in the moon landing. Of course, they don't believe in aliens. Like, do they believe in aliens? Like, do flat earthers, like, do they believe in aliens exist, extraterrestrials? Or do they believe, like, humans is the only people in this universe? Or do they consider it a universe? Like, what do flat earthers really believe? Like, that's why I want people to come in who like, that's truly they believe. Like, so I can get some understanding. Flat Earth believes in as above, so below water. See, I'm gonna have to get like I don't. You gotta explain that to me, shit. So, do they believe like it's water above us, like and water below us? That's an interesting theory. If you look up, all the maps have dome over top of them. If I look up all the maps, it's like 3 times break the glass. Now, when it, I think of like domes and shit, right? I think of the movie Hunger Games. I think it was probably the third one. The second or the third one where they was like, of course they was in a dome, but they figured out it was a dome, and like I think it was the second one, yeah, the second because they broke through the dome and rescued them. Something up there, you see all them spaceships. Yeah, like so I know it's like spaceships is real. Like I know extraterrestrials is real. Like so, but if outer space is water, so they just swimming. I'm like got not spaceships, but fucking boat ships in space. I don't know. I don't want to sound stupid, like, cause this is like a topic that I have a little bit of like information on. Like, so usually I got a lot to say on different topics, but flat Earth, that's something like that's new for me. And I've been trying to like see like can a person convince me like with my open beliefs that the Earth is flat? These all the old maps. One of the first maps that was ever created was by Leonardo da Vinci, right? And they didn't have no planes or nothing. So how did he know like how did he create that map? Like that's interesting to me as well. But yeah, I might check out some of those conferences and like they be doing and like oh bringing together like just because like I said I did watch the documentary, but it really wasn't about Earth being flat. It was more about like everything they told to us from NASA, like the government, that it was all bullshit. Like that was the main thing I got from it. Like so, I'm like, okay, I can go with that. Like shit. Who knows if the moon landing was like fucking scripted? It was real. I think it was kind of scripted. But then again, the reason I don't is because the United States, like they got so much technology from fucking extraterrestrials. Aliens give fucking these governments the technology to do some of the things they do, which would seem impossible. Like so, I can believe like they didn't went out of space, they didn't land on some other planets, but what did they find though? I think they hide things that they found on the moon or on Mars, wherever the fuck they didn't landed out in space. I believe like they didn't came across some shit and like they just keeping it to themselves. Like we just building. That's all. And that's what we come here to do, right? Build like shit, create. Motherfuckers just be stagnant and like living life recklessly, not knowing what the fuck they came on this planet to do. Gotta do the research. They've been lying to us about a lot of things. Yeah, like so I understand that. So allegedly filming a fake moon landing for the government. Like, what if they had him film that for the movies though? Like, cause they knew they was gonna put it in movies. They knew they was gonna like, you know, like so. What if they had the real one that they really couldn't record because they probably came across some shit. Like, and then what if they had Stanley Kubrick like film? Like, so how did like once again how did they gonna say, hey, film this? Like, this is what like I don't know. Of course, you can use your imagination. Say this is what the moon looks like. This is how it will be. But it has to come from somewhere, right? So I used to always want to be an astronaut. I ain't gonna say always, but in elementary school and shit, like I was big on like shit, the stars. Still am. Like astrology means a lot to me. Fucking so he did make Space Odyssey 2001. Yeah, well, I mean, them actors, them Hollywood actors, they can make some good. I mean, not actors because he's not an actor, but directors and producers, writers, they can come up with some shit. We was talking about in the other live the other day how what's the motherfucking damn what's his name, dude who created it and all them other scary ass movies, right? Like how the government gives him scripts and books to write. So look up the Ivano Monte. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm about to drink water without. Yeah, Stephen King, couldn't think of his name for shit, but I know the government tells them to, hey, write this and you'll put this in this. I know how they do that shit. So it's all about propaganda and controlling the narrative. Like so, flat earthers they like fuck y'all narrative. We got our own narrative. Like so, since y'all said the Earth is flat, I mean Earth is round, y'all be lying about everything else. Then shit, why would we take y'all beliefs on that? Like so, we just gonna say it's flat. And how we know this motherfucker ain't no cube? But if the Earth is flat, like what is it like? What is it on? Like I can't say what is it on, because I believe in space. I believe in like the universe. I don't believe in a bottom. I don't believe there's a bottom. So I would have a hard time believing the Earth is flat because I'm like, okay, what is it on? But then again, like, what is this fucking big ass Earth? Like, what is like, yo? Of course, gravity is space, right? But once again, how the fuck do we know all this shit? How do they know all of this? How did they know? Wait, once again, like, if they're gonna go to space, right? How do they know like what to use, what materials to build a fucking rocket ship? How do I mean, of course, trying years and years, but what gives you the confidence in like knowing you need different things for oxygen? Like, I don't know. I just be, I don't know. I wrote so many books. What he was an addict. Y'all feel about celebrities being controlling? That shit, they always keep being controlled. That's a celebrity is here to control the narrative, the propaganda. Like so, the movie on Netflix when the asteroids was about to hit, how they had fucking celebrities and shit just basically as puppets. Like the celebrities are here to like I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them here are to lead mankind down the wrong way. Well, not I ain't gonna say lead them the wrong way, but to distract them from what's really going on. Like so, if aliens and extraterrestrials always come down here, right? And like that shit was like crazy shit that fucking that the government tried to hide really wasn't hid. Do you think we'll give a fuck about a celebrity or what they got to say? Like, no, we'd be focused on the other bigger shit. So, like, I guess to make sure there isn't mass pandemonium or whatever you want to call it, mass outrage. Like they have to have propaganda to make people think a certain way, act a certain way, look a different way. Like so, this Will Smith, Chris Rock, like that shit been lasting for too long, right? Usually, shit blow over within a couple days. Like so, like what is they like? what's really being hit now. Yeah, they get Ja Rule talking about 9/11. Like, what the fuck? No, what is goddamn Ja Rule? Hey, when Dave Chappelle did that bit on fucking Ja Rule, I don't want to hear what the fuck Ja Rule got to say about. Like, I was a 50 Cent fan, right? Huge 50 Cent fan. So when 50 Cent started beefing with Ja Rule, I ain't gonna lie, I used to like Ja Rule before 50 Cent came out. Like, he had a lot of hits, so platinum records and all. But when 50 Cent came, I'm like, fuck all this Ja Rule shit. I don't want to hear none of that. Like, so, like, I was huge on fucking 50 Cent. And when Dave Chappelle did that Ja Rule shit, I'm like, oh, Dave Chappelle was actually on one of 50 Cent's mixtapes back in the day. Like, so they was like real cool. Like, so when he did that diss to Ja Rule, like, that just put the icing on the cake. Like, cause if Dave Chappelle don't fuck with you, like, hey, I definitely ain't gonna fuck with you. But I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this flat Earth theory. Like, shit, how who's the original thing? I mean, who's the original creator of that idea? Like the Earth is flat. Like who's the first person? Like, man, they said this shit is this, but it really ain't. Like, so I want to know who came up with that idea, and then how did they convince millions of other people to like think that as well? But that's not the real question because like we know how that works. Shit, the motherfucker who got the most power is the one who gonna control the ideas in the world of the world. So but I mean, the Earth is flat. I guess when you think about it, when you drive it, like you don't feel like yourself going around, right? Like, so I guess that's where that comes from. Like, shit, I'm walking on this flat ass ground. Like, but also like the Earth isn't flat for the simple fact you got mountains, you got oceans that's deep as fucking shit. Like, this shit is not. I couldn't say it was round, flat, or not. I couldn't. I don't know what the fuck this shape is. Like, who even came up with the shapes? Who came up with the name shapes of circle, square? Like, who came up with the shit? I don't know. Like, so the terms they're using, like, we might need to come up with some own, like, our own type of terms and shit. But I do know, like, shit. This experience is Earth. Like, I used to always say flat Earth or round. I don't give a fuck for the simple fact I can't get off this bitch. Is it spinning? Yeah, like I don't. How do I know this motherfucker is spinning? I mean, it Earth is super big, so like, of course you wouldn't feel it spinning on its axis. But at the same time, like, how the fuck do they know? I guess well, seeing the sun like doing like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like shit. It took one person, like I said, all it took was one person to have this idea, like this motherfucker ain't round. And like just have a fucking thorough like reason why. And like shit, all you need is a few people to like believe in what you believe in and see what that can happen over time. Like so I'm gonna do some more research on that flat earth shit. It was another one that I was gonna talk about the human trafficking in Hollywood. So that would have probably been more controversial. That probably would have got more people in there on the string. But I want to talk about flat Earth more than like human trafficking because that ain't no positive minds only shit, right? You don't think they went back to the moon? So you believe they went there the first time? So you just but how do we know though? Like because like they don't put it on TV, they're not showing us the news. Like how do we know they're not hiding shit, a bunch of shit? I mean, we know they hiding shit. I was in the military myself. Like it shit, I had a secret clearance, but and it was still shit I couldn't even know because I didn't have a top secret clearance or like shit that president type shit. I would never be in the fucking room when the president is discussing shit with generals because I was only a fucking corporal in the Marines. So there's some shit you would never fucking know. Like I said, my whole thing was like, shit, I can't get out this motherfucker. It don't really matter what the fuck it is. You know, what full spacecraft. I mean, you got your proof on that though? Like, cause we could all have our own opinion and say, hey, they didn't go, they did. But what makes you believe like they didn't go? Just like I would ask the person, what makes you believe they did go? Like, so me, I have no fucking. I wasn't there, didn't see the shit, wasn't even born when the fucking shit appeared on TV. But I do know, as far as my spirit and my soul, like it don't come from this fucking planet. It don't come from Earth. So I know there's more out there. I believe in aliens. So, like to say humans never went out there, but aliens always come here. Like nah, they been there. They've been a few places. Star Trek. Why you think these movies is like that? That shit is real. They probably got motherfucking UFOs. Humans probably got UFOs on Area 51 where they be traveling throughout the universe like Star Trek. We should be able to go now. Better tech. I mean, like they been like they 100%. But oh, so I can see like you saying like they didn't have good enough technology back in the day to be trying to go to the moon. But once again, like shit, the government had computers in the 40s and the 50s. Like so, they had the shit. The United States, like the world, didn't have the shit. Like so, I mean, they had technology. Like, why do you think it advanced to this where it is now? Because that shit has been prevalent for like years, like decades. So they just slowly bring it to motherfucking like the average citizen. So cell phones. Most people think cell phones and shit came out in like the 2000s, like or the 90s. That shit was like here a long time ago. Like shit. Especially like when you got a person who had the idea and then started working on it and then have a hella setbacks and then it was finally released to the public. Like so, I mean, I believe like there's extraterrestrials in the government like that's working in the government, making sure like they don't blow this bitch up. Like so, they give them like technology secrets, piece by piece, little by little, so that like they don't overdo it like they did in Atlantis. So, I mean, that's my beliefs. That's why I don't really have a flat Earth belief because I'm like, man, it seemed like y'all don't believe in aliens then. So, and they didn't have some UFO crashes where I know like the humans, like the government, then took those spaceships and like started trying to see what the fuck they was like, how it worked. I believe it's flat. Water doesn't curve. Gravity is idea. It's round and water has curved. We in a container, which is a bigger problem. See, so Mike Green is a flat earther. So thank you for coming through because most people, the topic, of course, is about flat earth. And like, but I'm a person who I don't care if it's flat, I don't care if it's round because I can't get off, right? But I do want to know why people like believe why they believe, what sparked that idea. Did they always have the thought like the earth was flat? Like, so did somebody give you some information or did you come across some shit like that made you think that according to the Bible it is flat? We're not gonna talk about religion. Not gonna talk about religion tonight. Look up the firmament. Firmament. What's the firmament? I would, but I don't have like I'm on my phone like live, so usually once I get off live, I forget everything like all the comments, and I forget to go back and see what people say. Hey, go check out. So like if he could like break it down in like a simple form, like so I can like gravity toward the poles. Since the beginning of the creation, all people knew about it. Oh. So I shit. Honestly, low key, I would believe we was more in a container than a. I think yeah, I think this is more like a container. You can't get out this bitch. The seafloor, yeah, I believe the seafloor is flat. I don't like celebrate truth, and that's what I'm all about. Like truth, like what's the truth? Let's get down to the truth. So, said RP Skiba. Who's Skiba? I know you said check him out. Rob Skiba. Oh, is he the person who talks about flat Earth? I don't think nothing like in this universe is any like one like is not no straight line or is not fully round. Like it's not like that. We couldn't even like determine the shape this shit is. Like, but like to be in a container, like yeah, we all stuck in this motherfucker and can't get out. Like that's what the moral of it so feels like to me. Like the motherfucker feel like we trapped in a fucking big ass box. But it be lit down here sometimes. It be lit on Earth, can't lie. I be having fun. But like when you sleep and you don't know who you is and you just traveling going through life and shit is fucked up and you asking like, damn, why is all this bad shit happening to me? And like once you get over that shit and know who you are, like shit becomes way easier. We went to the moon while we haven't been back. That's on record statement. I mean, like shit. I don't know, man. Wavelets, golden bands, not exactly like this shit is like frequencies and shit. Libra, Yahweh, Elohim. I don't follow people who follow other people. Maybe the moon is like Vermont. You just don't want to go back. Yeah, you, like, how do you know, right? They went to the moon and the shit was fucking scary. Like, they experienced some like some fucking real, like, scary ass shit. Like, so, like, we ain't coming back here. Like, so, all it took was that one time to know, like, shit. Rainbows come from projection of the sun through the heart. Hey, I ain't gonna argue with you on that. I don't know how that shit happened. I just know when it rains and the fucking sun come out, I see a rainbow. Somebody had said that earlier. Night owl. But I'm down. Definitely believe like, well, they went to the moon at least once, found some shit. Was like, fuck that shit. Love hiding rainbows and shots. You know what's funny? I've been seeing a lot of rainbows lately too. So that's a sign, like spiritual sign for me. Good things to come, right? But I mean, if that's a is that will be considered why people say we live in a dome because of rainbows? All right, Milo, I understand this is your first time like coming to my live, but people don't like when I talk about religion. I mean, some people do, but like overall, like I get a person in here, like, cause I'm not religious at all, but most of the world is right, just like most of the world thinks this Earth is round. Most of the world think that this motherfucker people went to the moon. Like the majority of the world has their own beliefs, and like I'm a person whose my beliefs is different. I was just on a plane recently, but I didn't sit by the fucking window, going or coming back home. So I can't recall honestly. Constellations are the celestial clock. Often mentioned Orion. I mean, I see y'all want me to like talk about the Bible. Like I told myself, like, hey, we gonna stick to conspiracy theories tonight, people, because people be they be wanting me to want me to talk about it. Rapper B.O.B dropped a mixtape called Earth Environment Avatar. Just something to think about. People with fame know things we never. I know who B.O.B is, like, and I fuck with B.O.B heavy. Like, if you know who B.O.B is, then you should know who Brother Panic is. Like, so. And if you don't know who Brother Panic is, like, you should check him out. They criticize, they murdered fucking B.O.B for, like, the flat earth theory. What's up, Milo? Or Milo? Yeah, he was like he literally. That's why he got canceled because he was saying like the Earth is flat, and like they canceled his career off that. Like so, he still put out good music. Like shit, he still put out like dope shit. Like, but I ain't get him that level he was. Like he disappeared because of the flat Earth shit. When you talk about flat Earth, right, that goes against people's beliefs, like against God. Like so, he was basically saying God was fake. Like so, they ain't like that shit at all. But he's still around. He on YouTube. He still puts out content. He just not. He don't got that major backing like he used to. B.O.B used to be on top. I'm telling you. Till he said the Earth is flat. Look at Kyrie though. He's plugging. Kyrie, another one like shit. He went against the odds. Like they couldn't cancel him like they did B.O.B because basketball player, one of the greatest. But I'm watching like I'm actually watching the Lakers. Forgot the name. Winning something, but it's on HBO and it's talking about the Showtime show. I said Showtime. Showtime Lakers in the '80s and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just the last episode was basically surrounded about him and like when he basically turned Muslim, changed his name, how the world criticized him, and he stopped caring about basketball and shit because he was focused on like police killing fucking black people. Like so, Strange Cloud the last time I was with Strange Cloud the last time I was with B.O.B. We have been indoctrinated since little kids to make us believe the Earth is round, the globe is. Yeah, I know that for sure. Like I know they like we all been like brainwashed to believe what they want us to believe. That's why like my overall beliefs is not like what everybody else believes in. I'm not a religious person, so, but I do believe there is a creator, like a source. I'm not an atheist. Like that. Let's get that straight. Like I believe there's a creator. Just can't say it's a motherfucking man, woman. Like I can't say the earth is flat or round. I don't know. I know who it is real though, me. Like shit, and what I've experienced through my life. Like so, what I believe has led me to like to this point in where I'm successful. Like I'm just gonna keep going and like focusing on what I believe in. Like so, and if I learn things that can help me, I'll add that to what I got going on. Chat, I'm not pushing anything just from what I picked up to interpretation. Thank you for explaining. Oh yeah, that's what I do every night. Well, at least I try to. The UN flag has a flat Earth map. I haven't paid attention to the UN flag, and they beat Kareem into submission that made him talk down. Yeah, like so. Yeah, he's still part of that. He still like that Hollywood shit. He was in movies too. Like I think like I ain't gonna say he was doing that just like because Muhammad Ali and them was doing it. I think Muhammad Ali really like stood up for what he believed in. Went to jail for what he believed in. Like so that's how you know when some shit real. Like in that Muhammad Ali, like was the top boxer and like had to go to prison because he wasn't about to fight no white man's war, right? Like so. Kareem Abdul Jabbar didn't go through no shit like that. He just changed his name. Like, I don't know. But I'm not knocking nobody. Kareem Abdul Jabbar be knocking LeBron for shit. First time I got to know this not been subbed a while. Oh yeah, that I don't know, it be like that for some people. Like usually people who come in my live, they've been subscribed to me, but they never came into the live until like shit. One random day they just clicked on this show and shit popped up. Like so it I be having different conversations. So when a person pops up for the first time, this is the conversation like that they supposed to be here for. You may not need to be here for like the other like 90 something lives I didn't did. So but I'm usually consistent on getting on live every day, posting on YouTube every day. Like so, I just try to have conversations like that's thought provoking, because that I mean it's on YouTube. Like you can find those videos, but how many people go on live every day with a thought provoking conversation? So hey, I appreciate you, Night Owl. Fallen angels living in the human experience to get it right. Mike Green, was you here yesterday, or was you here like my other lives? Like I mentioned it plenty of times, like I'm a fallen angel. The YouTube channel celebrate truth is very info. I should check that out there. But I know I'm a fallen angel. Like my biggest issue on this planet was like lust for women and temptation. Like I couldn't get over that until like I woke up and I realized, oh, that was just a test. But the fallen angels, what happened? Like shit, they stole the secrets from heaven, right? They went down to earth, had sex with the women. God was like, oh, y'all could never come back up here. Destroyed the earth, but guess what? That didn't get rid of evilness. That probably got rid of most of the giants. But the giants we know today, they playing basketball like shit. So did you get rid of all of them? Like shit, it's supposed to be motherfuckers only 7 below in this bitch. But that's just a book, right? We not we not getting into religious topics tonight. That's the goal for me. Like I gotta keep it fucking straight. You guys point out much of what many ignore. Hey, I do this all the time. I've been doing it like for not YouTube for years, but actually I haven't been this consistent until 2022. Like that's why you see me now. But before I had the podcast, still do Positive Minds Only, where I have these conversations. I never talked about the flat Earth theory or nothing, but I have many thought provoking conversations just on the internet overall. If you just type in Positive Minds Only, like so. You ever hear of the Masonic connection with Chicago street gangs, the first councils of the leaders? You want to know what's funny? Like I said, this what's swag in your mouth. He was here the other day, but I told the story like how I grew up a vice lord in Gary, Indiana. Like, cause off the strength, my granddad, he didn't live in my household, right? My grandma was married, but they lived both with their parents, right? So every time he would come in the house, he would say, "Hey, what's up, vice lords?" So as a fucking 9-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid, hearing this repeatedly all the time, I didn't know what the fuck a vice lord was until I started going to school and everybody's claiming GD. Like, so Gary, Indiana is a GD city overall. But my granddad was a vice lord in the city. So he instilled me being a vice lord, and like I always carried myself like that. So in school, people will always just say, "What's up, Lord?" Like, and I will always think like, y'all GDs just calling me Lord. Y'all don't know y'all calling me something as like highly as God. Like, so I'm like, because they wouldn't say, "What's up, Vice Lord?" They'd say, "What's up, Lord?" Like, so I mean, my middle name is L. Like, that's my God. Like I said, God, but my mom given middle name, and she's not uh Hebrew, Islam, none of that shit. She just named me L because she liked the name. Like, so my whole title, my name is Kenneth L, which means handsome God. Like, so Vice Lord, like I think highly of myself. I'm not a gang member today, but growing up in the 90s, like yeah, I was a Vice Lord. So I didn't know the connection it had with the Masonic thing though. We are not the fallen angels. Yes, we are fallen angels, but we have a chance. Hey, I, you know how many times I done reincarnated Chris Creek? I done reincarnated 18 times on this whole time, all right? So that means when I die each time, no matter, because I live lives where I did the greatest thing, right? And you expect me to go to heaven and not come back, but I will reincarnate again. And I'll live life doing bad shit, and I will reincarnate again. Like, so when I say I'm a fallen angel, I can't go to heaven. Heaven is not my end goal. When I die, like this time, I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to like there's fucking infinite numbers of galaxies and planets. So my spirit and soul is not trapped on Earth no more. Like, cause I've evolved to that level. Like I've saved myself. But yeah, I can't go to heaven. I don't even want to go to heaven, honestly. Like so, that's just that's my beliefs. Look like look at the share symbol star. Well, so low, man. I fuck with Manly P. Hall heavy. We're talking about religion and questioning what knowledge is in those books. I mean, you're right, Milo, but people always, like, when I have conversations about it, like, people get offended, like, real offended. Like, I'm trying to attack their beliefs, and I don't. I just be speaking my truth. All this shit is a game. Police, like, fucking military, fucking street gangs, government, that's all a game. They don't snitch on themselves. Like they all got to go. Like we take up for ourselves. It's all a game. Yeah, keep coming back over and over until yeah. Like so, I understanding. Like I'm gonna keep reincarnating until I pass the test. When I this is my final like go around. Like cause I got it down pack now. Like I did it too many times. I remember who I am. Like my end goal is not heaven. Like so, that's a limited place where I can go. You know what heaven is? 24/7 of worshiping God, praising God, and blessing God, like the creator of this earth. He Let's get this clear. God of the Bible, Hebrew Israelites, because that's what he's the God over. He's not the God of Chinese people. He's not the God of white people. He's European. He's the God of the Hebrew Israelites. I'm from Egypt. Like God destroyed my people. God, that's why Egypt is not popping no more, because he destroyed it through Moses. Most people will say, "Oh, I'm gonna worship this God because hey, look what he did." But like Egyptians already had beliefs of multiple gods. That's my beliefs today. There is multiple gods. I'm not about to bow down and worship a God for eternity who already got that power. He already has the most, like he's already the most clouded. Like so, for me to understand when you die and you go to heaven, your job there is to only worship, praise, and bless him. That's the only thing. Like that's what he created his people for. Like so I'm like fucking Captain Kirk on Star Trek where I'm gonna be going somewhere else. Like I'm not limited just going to heaven or hell or earth. Like these three places. Like what the fuck is the infinite? The universe is infinite. The galaxy is infinite. Why would I limit my soul to that experience? True swaggy about it is your own create whatever you believe is. What would you rather go through? What if it's hell you want to stay here, just curious, not judging? I was part of. No, hell no, I want to stay here. Like, fuck no. When I die, I'm not coming back because I know this is hell. Like literally, I that's what we like. When the concept of burning in the heat, hell, eternity is not a fire that's burning you. Like it's fucking coming back to Earth. Like it's starting off as a baby. Just imagine your life. Just think about your life in total. Like me, give you a little background of why I wouldn't want to come here and why I wouldn't want to stay here. Uh, Born in the '90s, uh, by the age of 3, police SWAT kicked in my mom and dad door, took me and my siblings away, split us apart. This is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the time. Like so 90, let's say around 92, 93. Like end up going into an orphanage. Can't tell you why I remember this shit, but I remember it like it was yesterday. 2 year, 3 year old kid. I remember being in an orphanage in a white room, Like, and then only thing we would do is go to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like to the fucking playground and go back to the room all day. Like, so, and then left there, went to these white people who like took care of me and my older brother for I don't know how long, but it was until my grandma got custody. That's when we moved to Gary. Moved to Gary. First things first, I get molested by an older woman. Uh, of course, I didn't see it as molested. I thought it was cool. Like shit, it thought it would make me a man, but that's what attached some type of lust demon on me. That's what attached some type of like I couldn't get enough of women. Like I couldn't be faithful just one woman because off the strength of what happened to me as a child. Losing my dad at 11, like just not my having no mom and my dad. My whole life, I was just raised by my grandma and my Gigi, who was very strict. Like, yeah, even though like life I was never hungry. Like we never like went to bed hungry. I didn't have a bed. Like it was five kids in one bedroom. Like so I was sleeping on the floor for like a lot of years. Like so just imagine all that bullshit before I turned 18. Having to repeat that shit like on any type of level going from zero born to fucking 18 is hell. Like so me doing that like I said 18 times here, like I'm not trying to stay here longer than what I got to, but I know I can go wherever the fuck my spirit takes me, which is not limited to earth, heaven, or hell. So, which is all one and the same because you can have your earth on heaven too. Like my life today is cool. Like I wouldn't change it for the world. Like so I live my heaven now, but I still don't want to fucking be here, especially when I fucking kick my fucking toe, get sick on some boy. I just came from Indiana where the weather was fucking 20, 30 degrees. I live in Las Vegas. Got sick immediately as soon as I came back. Why would I want to experience this on earth? Like why would I want to go through that shit? So fucking Disney is wicked as fuck. You ever hear of rebodying souls theory? There are only so many souls in this revolving door. I do. Yeah, I do. But I never heard of it like that term for the simple. I just know there's more souls and spirits waiting to come on this earth, but it's only so many bodies that can be on this planet at a time. Like so, all these people keep reincarnating. They gotta wait their turn. So while they waiting, they're in the spirit realm. That's why I tell people your ancestors are very important. When they die, your mom, your dad, whoever the fuck dies your life, they don't go straight to heaven or hell. They still be here with you because they gotta come back in this bitch too. Like so, we all kind of stuck until you learn to get the fuck up out of here. Y'all talking about Epstein and shit. Oh, somebody said Disney Souls. Duke said it. Dude, Disney Souls onto something. That shit is on to something. It definitely is on to something. I watched that as soon as it came out because I was already tapped in. You said is Pac alive? Nah, his spirit is alive. His soul is alive, but his flesh, nah, that's definitely buried. I mean, when I say get it right. Yeah, like so. Most people when they say they'll get their life right, they it's to finally go to heaven. Like so you got many chances. Like so, but my whole thing is I don't want to go to heaven because I know what heaven is. Is to worship God, praise God, and bless God. That's your only job. That's why He created Hebrew Israelites. That's why He freed them from like Egypt because He wanted them to worship Him. He didn't want them to worship no other gods because He knew Egyptians had multiple gods. Like so, I mean, He accomplished His goal. I'm not mad at Him. I'm not His follower though. Like, He created this flesh. Like He created this flesh, and that's why I have a big issue with flesh. Like I'd rather just be all spirit and soul. But I'm not gonna take myself out just because I want that the case because If you fucking commit suicide, that's gonna really put your ass in hell. Like that, purgatory is fucking real. Satan is the prince of the earth till the Messiah comes back and rules this earth. I mean, hey, that's what people say. What about Jurassic 5? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen Jurassic Park, a bunch of them, but I don't know what 5. Which one is that? Because I know they got a new one coming out too. I seen in theaters. 23rd, we're gonna be fully aware of extraterrestrial. I'm already fully aware of them. I just haven't seen them with my. I ain't gonna say I haven't seen them with my physical eye because I don't know, like, you don't know what the fuck how they come and appear, and what type of technology they got to motherfucking hide some shit. What do you think of ancestral memories? Do you think they're when we are born, like whatever? Nah, I don't. I wouldn't say it's ancestral memories, but I do like would say ancestral trauma is passed on. But that comes down to, is it really passed on, or did you have that same fucking karma that ancestor had? Like that's why y'all the same came in the same fucking family, cause y'all got the same shit that y'all dealing with. So most people think, oh, generational curses. No, like it's just a generate bunch of fucking people who got the same fucking issues that they working on. Like so, that's where mom and dad come in from. Like your mom and dad in this life is not your mom and dad in every lifetime you have. It's probably your sister, brother, friend, cousin. Like it's fucking always different. So you said RH plus blood. Look at that. Hey, I ain't gonna say what we a mix of, but we definitely mix. Sir, no such thing as planets. This is it. The Earth is our approval. Why would you think, Chris, Earth? Why would you think this is the only one, like, in existence? Why would you think that? So you don't believe in aliens? You don't believe in extraterrestrials? You think this is like the only thing in existence? Question. It's flat. Got another person who reshaping our world. Got another person I want to hear. This. I can't lie though. When I just stand at the ocean, something, well, I don't live by the ocean no more, but when I would just look at the water, it just disappeared in like the fucking the view. So I can't say if it curved or not. Oh, it's Jurassic 5 is a band. My bad. I thought you was talking about the movie. Spitting image of Tupac, the turned thug who spoke with Machiavelli. What people in the beginning. They say like Dukes. They say it was only black people in the beginning. Then it came. But like once again, this shit is all like just conspiracy, right? Who knows? There's so much evil to fallen angels, demons. That's those aliens came from heaven though. Like those fallen angels came from heaven. All this bad shit, all this fuckery, all this killing, rape, that shit came from heaven. That was the secrets of heaven. And the fallen angels like, hey, let's go take this to man. Cause didn't God create man? Like, so shouldn't we enlighten these people? Like, you don't want them to just be dumb and like not evolve, right? Like, so that's why in movies when the bad guy wants to evolve mankind, it's bad. Cause God never wanted his people to be evolved. He wanted to them to do one thing, well, a couple things: worship him, praise him, and bless him. Like he don't want them to be evolved and enlightened. He don't want you to know about good and bad. That's why it was a big deal with Eve. Like, but it wasn't Lucifer who brought this shit down. Lucifer came down to earth before the fallen angels. They just decided, hey, we're gonna come down here and we're gonna steal these secrets from heaven and like enlighten these people. Like so. He said, no such thing as aliens, only demons right here. I'm talking about the book of Enoch. Read. We're in the same place saying, like I said, we talk about this, the book of Enoch. But this bad shit came from heaven. That's how we know about it. It was the secrets of God. I mean, the secrets of heaven. So that's why I said. I mean, you said there's no such thing as aliens, only demons. So I mean, some people got their own title and like definition of what the fuck it is, whatever it is. Some people, if you don't understand something, you quick to call it a demon because the only book you read said, "Hey, that's bad shit." Like then that's kind of limited. Like you don't want to get their perspective. Like why you just gonna call something a demon? Like shit, what have it done to you? What harm have these? Like yeah, what? Why are you so quick to call something a demon? People be calling me a demon because like shit, just my information, what I know. I studied this the last 11 years like a job. Telescope works. And you studied something for 11 years, you definitely should be teaching. I just want people to know, hey, it's cool to have different beliefs. We ain't gotta always argue about who's right and who's wrong. Like shit, if your beliefs work for you, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Like, cause I know what my beliefs work for me. Like shit. Is courage. Who's the morning star? The Bible speaks of Jesus as such as the Hebrew Bible called Lucifer, the morning star. One and the same. I never seen like where fucking Lucifer was the bad guy. Like, I mean, I guess when he tried to tempt Jesus, but what was he wrong? Like, didn't God give Satan domain over earth? So he could have gave Jesus whatever he wanted, right? But I guess because he wanted Jesus to bow down to him. But God made him ruler of this earth, like so he had all by all means to do whatever the fuck he wanted, right? But this is just a book. I'm not saying this is facts. You will be immune. Huh? Yeah, like I get sick a lot. Like shit. I ain't say I was from Earth. Refused by the church. You said we in times of great deception, man. This whole the past few hundred years has been based off deception. Thousands of years, probably the past few thousand of years has been based off deception. It was like soon as the Christians won the war against, what was it, Judaism or whatever, whoever they went to war against, like that's when they made it that this is the prevalent, like Christianity is the prevalent belief of everybody. So it was off of war. It wasn't really based off of like truth. It's the same as with Set. Is you talking about Set from Set killing his brother Osiris, just like Cain and Abel? Shit, all them fucking stories is the same, except fucking Egyptian mythology came 25,000 years before Jesus and like God of the Hebrew Israelites came. Like so, if we gonna look at timelines, God of the Bible was not around when fucking Egypt was like first came into play. Lucifer wasn't even thought of. Like so, definitely Kemet was the prevalent with like so. People, if you want to be technical, you want to get technical about what's like the first is Kemet, and that's Egypt. Like so, not mentioned in the original scriptures. Cause Lucifer ain't do shit. That's why he ain't even mentioned. He not mentioned in the Bible. I mean, I ain't gonna say not the Bible, but in Genesis or Exodus. Cause like I said, fucking it was the fallen angels who gave mankind those fucking secrets. It was the fucking fallen angel who was that serpent. It wasn't Lucifer. Like Lucifer just got blamed because he's a what prince of fucking hell, I guess, king of hell. No, the more I know, the less certain I am, which is why I seek more from folks different. Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm on too. Like the more I find out, the shit just the less shit I know. King are written different. right now that like why do my whole thing is like I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. Don't got it in my DNA. Don't got it in my blood. So how is y'all saying this is my God? Like that's not part of my history. Like that's like saying uh just because we're the most popular in the school, you gotta follow us. We know what we doing. We know where we going. Just and we beat up your fucking ancestors and shit and like bullied them. So yeah, you definitely gotta follow us. Like that's how like people want me to think and want me to believe, but I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. Like what you want me to do? Like shit, I got just too many fucking gods to like just say it's only one. And my whole thing, like soon as I like when I be having what I used to. I used to have a lot of debates with like Hebrew Israelites, and they would go like try to like uh I don't know. They tried to like make it seem like I was so wrong in what I believe and how I felt. And I'm like, bruh, if y'all are Hebrew Israelites, y'all come from this area, and I come from this area. Why is you gonna try to force your beliefs on me? Like, like, why are you gonna force your shit on me? Like, my shit works pretty well for me. What I believe in works pretty well. And I'm not telling people, hey, my shit is the right thing. I'm not saying what the Egyptians and Kemet believe in is the almighty right thing. No, shit. What the fuck? It got flaws in that shit too. Like shit, all this shit got flaws in it. So like the story's been told many times over different times, but Jesus' name was professed before he was even born. So all our history wondering why we question what we was given. Yeah, like I have no choice but to like I was born in a Christian household. That means my grandma, my Gigi, never questioned like they beliefs. They never questioned they parent. Well, my grandma lived with my Gigi, so of course she didn't question her beliefs. And my grandma, I mean my Gigi, who was raised by a dad who was basically a slave, she never questioned him. You know why? Because they was beating their children and forcing them to go to church. Like that's not cool. It, you can't truly study the original scriptures, Milo, unless you know Hebrew. Like you gotta learn Hebrew to study the original scriptures, and then where is you gonna find the original? Like they don't got it out to the public to see and read. Like you gonna get that version, that King James version, or that other version. Like you're not gonna get the original. My French is terrible, but yeah, the immature version where the whole yeah, all that Hollywood shit, that Babylonian shit, all them fucking symbols in movies is Kemet shit. And you know what? The Illuminati, they fucking worship Kemet. And they tell you, no, they make it seem like in the movies it's bad. But what they're doing is saying, we want you to believe in Jesus, God, this Hebrew Bible, I mean, this shit. And what we gonna give, like what we gonna worship is gonna work for us, is gonna put us in power. And like y'all gonna stay stuck. Like so for me to understand like the Illuminati is worshiping my ancestors shit. And that's why they the elite. Because they are really doing what they supposed to be doing. Or technically they supposed to be worshiping their own gods. But obviously they shit don't work. Like obviously that shit don't work for them. Like so they're going to what works. And that's Kemet. Like fucking the Bible don't work for me. It worked for some other people, and I seen it work for people. I see people who are very conscious, but they're in the like came from the Bible. My shit didn't come from the Bible because that's not my origins. Like so, my soul every time I would go to church, I would be asleep. Like soon as the pastor started talking every Sunday, it was like I was fighting against Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, and I was literally like had no wins against going to sleep in church. Couldn't help it to save my life as a kid, as an adult. Like, even if I was to go to church today, no matter how much good of sleep I had on Saturday, I would go to sleep in church as soon as the pastor start talking. Unless they talking about some real shit. But if they talking like just with how everybody else talking, like that shit is not gonna get me. The Vatican giant. I mean, like, see, the Vatican got all that. I'm telling you, if you was to ever visit the Vatican, go to the museum, the Vatican Museum. It's a bunch of Egyptian shit. Like, literally, why y'all saying you don't have no other false gods and false idols and shit, but you got this shit in the Vatican? And it's supposed to be the most prevalent church? Come on, man. Like, institutionalized, yeah, as normal symbol. It's only that. Yeah, that's what my goal is here. Is like just to have these type of conversations. Like, so it's not to change nobody else's beliefs and make them think what I think and make them believe in what I believe in. I just want you to know people got different beliefs. Like, we're not all come from the same place. We're not all equal. We all connected, but we're not all equal. Like, you gotta get that shit like understood. Once you know who you are and like shit, you gonna understand like, oh yeah, we're not all made the same. Exactly. That's the only difference is Yahweh had his commandments. Like the fucking other God, they didn't. They had universal laws. They had like as above, so below. Like if you read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, who was a god of Egypt, but before he was a god of Egypt, he came from Atlantis. Like you under like no like man, this is in the Bible. They must have got this shit from the Bible. I mean, not they didn't get it from the Bible. The Bible got it from like them, like, because this shit was like 25,000 years before fucking Christ and the God of Hebrew Israelites came around. Yeah, sacrifice their young to play. That's crazy. It's like how Crowley said, once you master a task with the right hand, try the same with the left. Exactly. You gotta get all the vantage. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm a Christian. This is the only perspective that's right. No, fucking go get the devil perspective too. Like, understand why he's in this position. So you don't make the same mistakes. Like, motherfuckers just want to cancel out bad shit. Like, no, the demon is within you already. Most motherfuckers got some motherfucking skeletons in their closet that they truly trying to fucking hide. And it's gonna get it like if you faking your life, if you faking your beliefs, if you coming in this live just trying to like go against me and like trying to like I don't know, trying to fucking change, be an agent. That's what I'll consider it. That's what I'll call it. If you come in here and you on some agent shit, like I'm telling you, you're gonna get exposed, and you're not gonna get exposed probably on this live, but your life will expose you because I'm that type of person. I come when you come. Here's the thing: you probably been subscribed to my channel, right? Never got a notification from me. But when you do get a notification from me, and you click the video and you get experience to me, your life is forever changed. Like, this is not just no random ass live. This ain't no just random meeting of like, damn, I ain't supposed to be here. Like, no, you supposed to be here. And now that you're getting this information, it's like now that you know, if you go back and doing things like the old way, like I'm telling you, shit gonna get ugly. Oh yeah, I don't watch TV like that. Like, and if I do, it's like I'm watching like something I'm gonna choose to watch, and it definitely got some knowledge in it. So they can cut off toxic energy. You can't cut off no toxic energy. Like, no matter how much I say positive minds only, that's saying I got a positive mind, but negative thoughts still try to come through. Like, shit. And I realized even when I got negative thoughts, those thoughts don't even come from me. Like, it'd be somebody thinking about me, and it'd be some negative shit, and I get that thought. Like, but my goal is to not let none of that negativity manifest in my life. I'm not about to think no negative and like bring that shit to like surface for me. Like so, I couldn't tell you what Crowley's last words was, but I could tell you he was on to something. Aleister Crowley was tapped into Kemet like that devil energy, and that's what it seems. If y'all haven't heard about Bobby Hemmett, check out Bobby Hemmett. Go check out Bobby Hemmett. And he gonna put you like if you're black, like and you're looking for like not even just black, if you white too, you want to just learn some shit. It ain't gonna be everything you want to hear. It ain't gonna be half the shit you want to hear. Like it's probably gonna be the complete opposite of what you believe in. But the whole thing is to get a different perspective. Like read a different book. Don't just read the one book your whole life and thinking like you gonna be saved. Like nah, the Bible truly say study to show yourself approved. That means study all them books. Like, cause my whole thing was like my grandma, right? She's still alive today. She still works 70 years, 70 something, right? And she been going to church her whole life, been reading one book. No, she said she read two books, the Bible, and the other book was a book about hell. And that was the only book she read through. So off the back, I'm like, well, you fucked up off the strength. Like, why the fuck would you fill your mind with some shit that's about hell to reaffirm what the Bible said about like the worst place you can go? Like so, I tried to give her books like The Secret, things about the law of attraction, help you expand your mind, right? But it was too late for her. Like so, me, I understand you can't save everybody. Like, and I still love my grandma, but I can't save her. I'm not about to be sitting on the phone with her every day having a conversation like when she would never get it. Like so, what do I think about the scandemic? You talk about what's going on right now? The command is to love your neighbor as yourself. Like, but if you think like talk about what I think about like this shit, like I thought it was all like a scam too, like shit until I got sick. But even then, they don't change my perspective. Like they been planning this shit out. Like they released this shit to the fucking world. Like they created it and released it. So I low key knew it was something going on off the strength of the movies. They always put shit in Hollywood movies. So anybody seeing Hobbs and Shaw, like the Fast and the Furious, that movie was based on a virus, and the lady implanted the virus in her, and like she actually kissed Rock's character in it, and she spit in Idris Elba's face with this virus. Idris Elba was the first person, like first black actor to get that virus, COVID. And then The Rock ended up getting the virus. Like two black prominent people, and this movie was about a virus getting out. And I'm like, yeah, this shit fake, but it's real because they put it like they did that shit. Time enough feels it. It come on, like that shit is planned. Like it's every time, every fucking time. Fucking y'all seen the new Kingsman movie? What's that movie about? Russia going to war, like Germany. They gonna put it in Hollywood first, the big movies, and then like shit, most people not gonna get it. But they put the pandemic in Outbreak. Like they did hella movies. They've been zombies is gonna be next. I'm telling you. You said it's called predictive programming. No, that shit is called like fucking. They. I mean, I don't know. Like I just know they do this shit like over time, throughout years, throughout history. They always put the shit in the movie first. Man, I seen some people who's putting all type of shit on their face. MK Ultra project. What's Project Mockingbird? I know what MK Ultra is. A lot of those celebrities is probably under MK Ultra. That's why they can't speak out. Like that's what shit the motherfuckers is being controlled. Wizards use wills from the holy tree. Wands to cast spells. Hollywood. I'm not against fucking wizards and fucking spells though. I'm not against Hollywood. Let's make this clear. Like I love when they fucking put the shit in the movie and then it happen in real life. Like, I don't know. I want to be a part of like creating shit. Like if this was going on in the fucking planet, right? Like put me in a position where I can create some shit too. Like so I can show the world too. Like don't just hold me. I don't want to just be a consumer of this shit. I'm not trying to fucking tear no shit down. I'm not trying to stand for no fucking body. I'm standing for myself. Like shit. My family, I got 7 children. Like shit, if anything, I'm gonna go into politics, low key. Like that's gonna be the route I probably take. Is fucking politics. But I do want to create shit and like put it on the big screen too. 20-year government raise poverty food. Next game would be the fake alien invasion. I guess I could see any people. I mean, like shit. If they do an alien invasion, you think it'll be fake? I mean, shit, I think so too. Like if they, come on, aliens would have been invaded this motherfucker. But I don't think they gonna do that. Like I don't think they like. If they do that, like they really trying to see some shit. They really trying to experiment, low key. I believe they'll do some purged like shit, like before they fucking do some alien invasion, fake alien invasion. Man, that's where fentanyl come from. Like that's the shit. Like where that shit just automatically one day that shit just start popping up and killing motherfuckers. Like damn, and then they start putting it in weed. Another thing, when they put the fucking they start mixing fentanyl and weed, right? Hold on. Anybody seen the show Shameless? They had an episode where the fucking undercover cops was trying to get this dude to buy weed from a dispensary, and they put fucking fentanyl in it, and like then they busted the dispensary saying, "Hey, we found fentanyl in y'all shit," and the dude like, "Why y'all doing this? Like they making money," and the police like, "Cause they cutting into our profit from the drug dealers." Like so, I'm like, come on, like then they had fucking fentanyl in the weed in real life. It's always in the movies, the TV show. Document is describing exactly what you're speaking of. Programming. Oh shit, that's what the Mocking Project Mockingbird is. So, I didn't even hear about. I literally heard about fentanyl probably within like the last 2 or 3 years. Project Blueprint. We'll talk about those fake illusions in the sky. I kind of did a little research on Project Blueberry, I think yesterday, but I ain't getting nowhere. Noting symbolism and all that. I don't vibe with that, but I have to understand the translation. Otherwise, we're wasting our time talking. We aren't part of the solution. We're part of the problem. You got to understand, like, there's always going to be good. There's always going to be bad. There's always going to be problems, solutions. Like, it all depends on what side of the coin you on. Like, it all depends, like, what side of the fence is you on. Like, me, when I first started waking up, like, I swear, every time I came across a Christian, I was debating them to like let them know, hey, your beliefs is not real. Then I got enlightened a little bit more, and I realized, Kenneth, that's not what you're supposed to do. Like that's not how you do things. Like, and then like I got enlightened some more, and like I just started like realizing, oh shit, man, this shit is way psychedelics. Anybody fuck with LSD and fucking mushrooms? If you tried that and you're enlightened, then you already know like shit where my mind is technically, like, because I feel like we all have those same experiences. Can't ignore that which is foreign and misunderstood. We came from China. Shit, I ain't just like fucking. They say the disease came from China. Shit, don't China create everything? projected programming? What's projected programming? The fact I want to create shit in Hollywood. That's exactly what you're speaking of. I mean, like, I can't lie. Usually people be having names to like shit that I be talking about, but I don't be studying shit like that. I just be like I be smoking weed and I be just thinking. Like, I've been doing this for years on my podcast. That's where it started. Only thing I had was my laptop in my mic, and like I do my podcast in my closet, and I smoke my weed, and I just get in my space. Like, so now I just evolved to getting on camera and talk about these thoughts that I got. Like, so some people consider me a philosopher. Like, some people consider me a fucking like shit demon or some type of shit. Yeah, I don't fuck with doctors like that. So but the Freemasons probably what we see as evil. The Freemasons probably don't see as evil. Once again, they be worshiping like the information like the Freemasons got, Illuminati got, Skull and Bones got, what the Bula, the Black Boule got. Like that shit is all Kemet shit. Like that, the spells, the witchcraft, the shit they be doing, all that shit is. I'm telling you, it comes from fucking Egypt. Like, so exactly the symbols, the sigils, all of that shit is like come from the same fucking place. And that's what people be doing. Like they be trying to fucking they'll do fucking a whole bunch of evil shit and then try to do some good shit to like trying to like balance their karma out. But that shit don't work like that. You gonna get any negative energy you put out, cause that's what it's about. The, the energy you fucking put out. If you putting out some bad energy, some fucked up energy, you poisoning and polluting people, that shit is only gonna fucking like return on you. Like that's where past lives come into play. You can't escape the bullshit that you did. It's not gonna go to your kids. That shit's gonna happen in you in your next lifetime. Like so, beware of the energy you put out. Like shit. Make sure y'all get this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. You're smart. Put your time into this and you'll make bank. You're open mind. Hey, that's what I've been doing is like every single day. Like for the past at least I've been posting at least one video. Well, I'm gonna say at least two videos at least since November 30th, 2021. That's when I told myself I'm gonna be consistent and I'm gonna post every single day. Like so now I'm like I've been getting on live. First I was just posting shorts and shit, but now I'm like getting on live, like trying to get on at least every day. So I feel like a soccer chap goalie. They don't till the third challenge. That I've enjoyed being challenged. Hey, I really man, like you to say some stuff like that, that's not gonna fulfill my ego though. But it's still to see messages like that. Cause what I am gonna do, I'm gonna say, "Babe, did you see that comment he said?" Like, and she going, like, "Yeah, I seen it," but like that's what I like. That's excites me. It ain't to like screenshot these messages and post them on social media and say, "Hey, look what people said." No, I'll be like, as soon as I get off live, I'm like, "Babe, did you see that comment?" Like, and that's what that's mostly what I do it for. I'd be happy for the people who gonna come in here and like challenge me. Like that's what it'd be like. Cause most people just make a video, record it, and edit it. So they take certain shit out. Me, if I'm getting on live every day, like I'm gonna say some shit like that. I mean, like none of this shit is like scripted. I don't got no fucking. My phone is recording. I don't have no fucking notes. None of that shit. Like so, whatever I talk about, it comes off the mind. Like so, I've been, like I said, I've been doing it for years, but now I'm being consistent on YouTube. I'm not monetized yet because I just been posting shorts. And shorts they give you some subscribers, of course, and they give you views, but they don't monetize your channel. So a lot of people who like getting a bunch of views and like subscribers off shorts, they not monetized. They won't ever get monetized. Me, I figured out, okay, if I do post the shorts every single day, that's gonna bring the views and the subscribers. If I get on live every day, that's gonna give me the watch time hours. So like yesterday I did like an hour and a half. Now 17 watch time, 17 hours worth of watch time hours. The day before I did like 2 hours, and I did got 28 watch time hours. So, and I know people are watching my lives afterwards too. Like, so I figured it out. Like, okay, well, I know shorts ain't gonna help me get monetized, but I know my lives will. And once I get monetized, the shorts will like help me get paid. So, yep, I figured out what was working for me. Like, so I'm like, okay, I'm just because for the longest time, like I've been posting videos on YouTube since 2017. I just wasn't consistent, and I damn sure wasn't getting on live. Like, so I had to build the confidence up to even where I could just speak this well. So it started with the podcast. And first, I was doing a lot of. If you hear my first podcast episode, it's called Positive Minds Only, and I'm doing a lot of cussing. Like the position I was in life at the time, 2018, November 13th, 2018, I was waking up, like I had woke up basically, but I was still raw, like literally. So everything that I talk about on my journey is like just live time. I never edited nothing. I probably did a few edits on my podcast overall, but I did like 90 episodes where it's just like straight through. Like, so, I mean, like it's everything be one take for me. Like I don't hold nothing back. I stand on what I believe in. Like, and you just see my beliefs just kind of evolve. Like, so certain things I like I said, I used to talk down on religious people, but then I realized that wasn't the way. Like, so you don't see me doing that. I can have a conversation with anybody, and like, and it won't go to disrespect. But I was never truly trying to disrespect people. I was just like, I was so mad basically because I grew up in a Christian household, and I'm like, these ain't my fucking beliefs, and I always kind of knew it. Like I always kind of questioned the Bible, and I'm like, I couldn't question it out loud because I get my ass beat, of course. Like so, once I like started really, once I got over the fear of blasphemy and like going to hell, that's when I'm like, oh shit, I can question all of this shit, and I'm not gonna get struck down. Like, and then like I realized those wasn't even my beliefs. I had a whole like I have my own beliefs that I have put aside. Well, I ain't put aside, like my family put aside because they said this is your religion. Like I didn't have a choice to be a Christian. If I had a choice, I'd have been what I am now, agnostic. Like I believe there's something that created us, but it's not what they say in that book. Get it all across the matter that Layman can agree. You take it without buffing off or ignoring. That's a religious. Hey, I've been working on it, but sometimes like what I offend people, of course, because it be the certain individuals who are not open minded. They just somehow find my channel, but they be the ones that be Bible thumpers. So that's what my wife call them. I ain't used to call them that, but she call them that. But I could still just have an open conversation. I'll be telling them like, shit, I don't care what you believe in. If it works, it works. If what you got going on in your life is like helping you get through that motherfucker, by all means, believe in that shit. Worship whatever. If God wants you to worship Him and He's blessing you, do that. But when I was trying to worship a God that wasn't my true God, I wasn't getting blessed. That's my big thing. I'm like, shit, if it ain't working for you, then you need to start looking for something what works. But if you in church and that shit is helping, by all means, you need to be in there Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, whatever. When the church doors is open, that's when you need to be there. Like, but me, I don't need religion. Like, I've read enough books like in my lifetime, like to know like shit is way more than just that book. Like just this year, like, well, I do live, like, I still do them here and there, but my book club, we will listen to a different book almost every single day. Like, we'll complete that book in like one sitting most of the time. Like, so just on YouTube alone, we probably didn't listen to like 10 or 12 different books already, like on my live stream. Like, so I done listened to the Bible. We listened to the book of Enoch, listened to the book Think and Grow Rich. We haven't listened to The Secret yet, but The Alchemist, the Celestine Prophecy. It's like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Fucking Joe Rogan just started reading that book or listened to that audio book. But to know I did that like what last month, 2 months ago, or in February, and he's getting on it now. I'm like, oh, I wonder has he seen Positive Minds Only on like his YouTube? Because I know everybody gets on YouTube, everybody. So my impressions for the last 28 days was 2.8 million people seeing Positive Minds Only. Like, so I'm like, I just wonder, did he just been seeing Positive Minds Only popping up, or just click on a video and like see what I got to say? Like, so hey, I've been trying to manifest getting on Joe Rogan podcast for a minute. Like, so I can't get on there like talking any kind of way. Like, so gotta be like someone who can have an open-minded conversation. So that's why I mean, I thought I was gonna get me like 100 million. I ain't gonna say 100. I was looking for like a 10 million uh dollar contract off my podcast. That didn't happen yet, but we getting there. To see you, and then like you allow yourself. Yeah, that's what I kind of felt like with church. Like, I felt like even though I know I felt like I was being lied to, it was like my parents was like, this is it, like this is right. So it was like I kind of, once I woke up, it's like, Kenneth, you let yourself be deceived. Even if they was your parents and that was your belief, you should have just like, this don't sound right. But now I'm like, oh shit, hey, nah, it don't sound right. If it don't apply, let it fly. What you said exactly. Like, if it don't, thank you for saying that. Literally, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if somebody get offended, that's on them. It ain't on me. I'm not gonna switch up of what I talk about because people get offended. Fuck no. Like, shit, I'm gonna just make me talk about that shit more. Like, cause the more haters you got, like, shit, the more fans low key you got. Cause those are the ones who support you more. They'll be the people who watch from the beginning to the end. Like, shit, people who love you probably, they don't even watch you that much. Like, but the motherfuckers that hate you, they always paying attention to every little thing you do. Like, so as I grow, hopefully I get more haters. I'm just not gonna let that shit phase me. Even if they clicking the dislike button, like, shit, that's just bringing more people to my channel. And I'm Positive Minds Only. So if you're liking this shit, then that means you got a negative mind. Like, so the fuck? Because I ain't saying nothing negative. I ain't, like I said, I'm not shitting on nobody's beliefs and their thoughts and nothing. Like, shit, I'm just sitting here smoking and like saying what's on my mind. Now, if anybody could say where I said some negative shit or like made somebody feel less than, then let me know. But my intentions is always pure. Like, that's what I be wanting people to know. Like, shit, my shit is always pure. And I come here every night and I do this. Oh shit! Shout out tonight. I fuck with hockey too. Be blessed. Thank you for coming through. Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on Joe Rogan. Like I said, he's listening to the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and I listened to that on YouTube on my live like probably like a few weeks ago. Like, so, I know I'm on to something, and I know like I can manifest everything into reality. It's all about timing. So you'll see me on there. And now that I'm saying it on live, you gonna see me manifest it because I don't think I said that on live before. I wanted to be on Joe Rogan podcast. We supposed to be talking about flat Earth. Yeah, it always come down to religion, and I can't help it. And this ain't even a religious channel, like for real. Like I don't know why I draw those type of energies in. Like this shit really say flat, but I do know this goes against people's beliefs. Flat person who believes in flat Earth goes against what a person who believes with the Earth is round believe. Most of the time, people who believe with I ain't gonna say everybody who believes the Earth is round have a programmed belief to think one way, but a lot of people do. Shout out to Sinister coming through. I like that name. I have no idea how I came to your channel, but here I am from her. You seem to be in the right direction. How many people come in my live probably saying something like that? I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. Stay blessed. Hey, good luck on your hockey though, too. So back to the flat Earth. Ancient concept bleeding. I didn't know that. Like, I don't even think I heard of the Mitsurium. Like, so you need to put me on about that. I'm always shout out to my boy Tevin coming through. I'm always willing to like learn some shit. Like that's why I get on live, like not to just teach. Or not even I don't even be trying to teach nothing. I just be trying to get my watch time hours up. I'm at 2,300 hours and we 3 months or 4 months in now. Like so if I stay on this path of doing this every single day, of course I'll be monetized very soon. Like so it's easy to like hop up on here and just have conversations. Especially all I gotta do is put like a provoking title in the fucking thing and people click on it. Like so. But yeah, you're gonna have to put me on about those ancient people who believed in flat earth. Cause I don't even think I never heard of them. You too, bro. For sure. We got something working on my guy, young Thaddeus. We working on something. But yeah, this shit just been like Tevin, what you believe? You believe the earth is flat or you think it's round? And why you think it's round? Cause they told you so? Or like you got your own like shit. It's right. It's ancient name. Oh, so I didn't read I don't think I've seen that M word. But to say that like they believe the flat earth, hmm, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to dive deep in that. I ain't trying to influence you, but for me, God is good. I've got 40 years incarcerated. But shit, hey, I say this all the time. If God got you through it, if the Bible got you through whatever it is that you made it through, I just said it on here before you probably came in. By all means, that's what you're supposed to believe in. You ain't supposed to let nobody like me, like fucking, just because I speak well, change your thought. Like, hell no. But most people just want to debate me. I'll be telling people, hey, what works for you works for you. Like shit, if that shit got you through 40 years of incarceration, by all means, shit, I'll be preaching the fuck out of the Bible. Like so, for I'm not even hey, I'm only 32. Like so, it is he who sitteth above the circle of earth. Circle is not a ball. But how we know, like that term which you just spoke right there, Chris? How do we know God said that? I guess because in the Bible, with like the red scriptures is God, right? But no, like, how do you know man is not just interpreted in their own way? Been out 4 years with no police. Entire time was homeless and now I got. Hey, by all means, shit, if it's working, shit, stay on that path. Stay on that path for sure. My whole thing, I'm not trying to sway people to like think different. Or I mean, I want people to think different, but I want people to think positive. I want people to like to manifest shit that I want people to know who they are, know what their purpose is on this planet. Most people don't know that. They just live in life just not knowing who the fuck they is. Like so, spiritually open, so I believe there is some truth to every religion. And see, yeah, like I believe there's truth in like religion, and, like fucking Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, like Quran. I know they all got truth in it. Like, but that just lets me know, like, shit, not to focus on one of them. I love to read. I hate reading one book though, over and over. How do we prove a globe spin? I can prove flat Earth by looking. But that also, I can tell you this: your two eyes, these two eyes, can fool you. Like these two eyes don't see everything. Like literally, there is a veil over your eyes. Like so, understanding like even though what's in front of me, like yeah, I can see it and I can perceive it a certain way. That don't mean I got the whole perspective. I don't see the whole big picture. I'm only standing from one position. Like so, how far can my eyes see? That's why I'm like, for me, I don't care if it's flat, round, or nothing, because I can't get off this motherfucker till I die. Like so, until that fucking happens, I don't give a fuck which one it is. Like that's why I say I don't care about people's beliefs. Yo, what you eat don't make me shit. Like, and I'm not about to shit on what you believe in if it works for you. By all means, do what you do. Hey, 65 years old and still on YouTube being able to comment and have like a dope conversation, I respect it. But man, like you should be on YouTube like on your live, like having conversations, like because you could impact some people in a way that I can't. I haven't ever been in prison. I lost a father to in jail or in prison when I was 11, so I always was made sure I did the right thing. I didn't go to jail, so I didn't have God in my life until 4 years ago. Okay, no. Oh, so the whole time you was in prison, that then God didn't get you through that. What got you through prison? If you don't mind me asking. I thought you had found God in prison or something. I be getting people like when I read comments. Sometimes I just interpret how I read it. It be like kind of off, but at the same time, somebody need to hear what I said. But yeah, what was your beliefs before then? Like, what got you through prison, and what made you switch up your beliefs? You're a real life Doctor Strange, and that's a great thing. Hey, like I already know, like I already know I'm like Doctor Strange in this bitch. Like, I can't wait till the Doctor Strange 2 come out though. I ain't even gonna lie. Should I walk by? But man, like I said, whatever works for people, it works. Like, opening my eyes, and many more. Hey, I don't. I just be doing my job. Like shit. I come down here and I live out my purpose, live out my meaning, live out like I do what I come here to do. Like so, when I when people wake up from like just hearing me speak or just knowing who I like the person who just young that is, we grew up in the same city together. Like so, but to say like most people who I grew up with, they wouldn't say, "Hey, bro, you really opened my eyes." Like, cause it's. I mean, then again yeah, a few people have like so it's more than what I expected, honestly. Like so this is not the first time someone was like, "Hey, bro, you open my eyes." Like he just tells me more often like that just the average person. I'm like, man, like I'm just doing my job. It's not me. Like I'm just a vessel right now. Like I'm a channeler. I talk to spirits on the daily, so they speak through me. Like so, most of the time when I'm talking and I'm smoking, I'm channeling a spirit who got something to say and somebody need to hear it. That's why it's always hidden for somebody. I meant to say a knife and a sick belief system. Oh shit! Never mind. Um, and I take it once you got out of the prison, you realize you didn't need those beliefs no more. Like so, you had to like switch that mindset. And finding God was the way like that got you through that sick mindset you had, like that belief system you had before. So yes, that's how it's supposed to be. Like Christianity is the basic, like for spirituality. Is once you evolve from, I ain't gonna say it's Christianity, but the Bible is the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Right? That's what I used to always think. Like so, I'm like I'm not on a basic level if I've been studying this one book my whole life. So I had to leave church and like study some more shit and realize, oh, what really worked for me. Like so, for me growing up in a Christian household where I had no choice but to read this book, like it's gonna be different. Definitely, like so. Like I said, we got something we working on. That was in this now. Why do you think the world is flat, my brother? I don't think the world is flat. I just put the title because I knew people was gonna come. Like I have no idea what shape this earth is. Like how would I know? I've never been off this motherfucker. I mean, I've been on a plane, and when I looked outside the plane, I still really couldn't tell. Like so, all I knew, I was looking down. I wasn't truly trying to look out and see how far like I could see. I would always look down, like so, and see like how small the cars was. Could I spot a person or something? Like that's what I was always looking at. Like so, I can't tell you if this motherfucker flat, round, square. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? Honestly, what the fuck can we do about it? I realize that just because you're smart or just because you know some shit, that don't mean shit on this planet. Like, there's always a motherfucker who know more than you. Like, there was always somebody who got more than you or look better than you. Like, shit. I realize no matter where I'm at in life, I'll probably always be in the middle. Like, there's always gonna be somebody who got more money than me. Like, and there's always gonna be somebody who probably got less than me. Like so, being comfortable with being in the middle, me being a middle child, like shit. I'm like, oh, I already found my solace. Honestly, I'm just like whatever I'm searching for in life, like it's because I want it. It's my goal. Like I'm not about to stop and like be content where I'm at in life because I made it this far. Fuck no, I want so much more. I'm only 32. Like so, if I can live to 65, I still got a lot of living to do. I still got a whole lot of living left. Like so, if I'm on this path at 32 and I stay on my path, just imagine what I'll manifest. Imagine what I'll accomplish within that time. Like so, I don't. But once again, I don't care how long I stay, as long as I just do my job and like I go out how I want to go out. I see what you talk about, Tevin. Man, the weed you smoking on. I'm just curious because I was smoking on some. Hey, I got some wedding cake too. No lie. From Chi-Town, I went to the. I was surprised to be able to see a city shot clear miles away. Yeah, we being from Gary, we went to the Lake Dunes all the time, and we just look at Chicago like from that distance too. I just need to find out how to live. You don't hear me though. Didn't even know how to do my taxes. Never owned a car. Look, I'm stupid now. I'm loving my freedom. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna even honestly say. Yeah, I know what you've been through because I really don't. Like, I really don't. That's why I say you supposed to be on live yourself, like and telling your story because it's many people who've been behind bars, and some people they don't know how to live once they get out. Like, never if think about it. Oh my gosh! Now that you put it in perspective, like being behind bars 40 years, right? That's in the 80s. If you went to jail in the 80s and to come out around like just recently, fuck, like, man, like, but I mean, like, shit, every 3 miles is that's like mind blowing. Honestly, I would like, I would watch your story, like, I would watch your like live, like, if you just like just have a conversation about that sinister, like, shit, people will be wanting to see that shit. Because there's a lot of people who don't make it. Like I said, my dad died at 33 in prison. Like he didn't make it to see 65. Like, so a lot of people take for granted, like, because they're free. They don't know, they don't understand like the obstacles that they don't have to worry about. Like they don't have to worry about like looking over their shoulder 24/7. Like, so telling you, my story is probably powerful. Just imagine like how impactful your story is. And you got a lot of wisdom on you, like 65 years old. Like I said, I'm only 32. So what's your biggest proof of the globe? Well, my biggest proof? I ain't got no fucking proof. The only proof I got is the motherfucking school fucking programming that they gave me. Other than that, like, I ain't going off this motherfucker around like that shit. I get to where I need to go. Shout out to Bay Area. I got some favorite rappers from the Bay Area. I wouldn't call them favorite rappers, but I got some rappers I like. YouTube is Saturn. All you gotta do on YouTube is post every day, and you'll get somebody to see. Like, what? Like, we can't sit here and say like, shout out to my bro album just dropped. Make sure y'all uh check my bro channel out. Dope ass music, and his movie just dropped today. So got a movie and album same day. I got here, but I respect it. Yeah, you probably like the second person who said that today. Channel founder Earth Brothers. Most people don't know how they got here, but the universe always makes it a way to get you where you need to be, right? Oh yeah, I feel you on that. You said you think the Earth might go find the edge of it. Hey, they said Atlanta. I mean Antarctica. I don't know. Like, shit, I don't know what the motherfucking shape of this bitch is. I don't give a fuck. Can't get off this motherfucker. Motherfucker just want to have the most sound the most intellectual, like, to change people's mindsets. That's some psychology shit. When a motherfucker speaks so well, he could change your beliefs and shit. Like, that's how motherfuckers be getting paid and shit. It's always good to keep people thinking. If you said, yeah, that's a good statement right there. That's why I'm just open to like, I want to know why you believe and why you think. Like, where did it come from? Did it come like, was you born into those beliefs? Like, or like, did somebody like put you on something, you or stumble across some shit on YouTube, go down them rabbit holes? Like, shit. I went down a few rabbit holes, but it didn't make sway what I believed in. And that's what those are meant to do. Like, it's meant to change your beliefs, everything you believed in. Like, so. But I did go down like some spiritual shit. Like, I went down some spiritual shit, and I'm like, oh shit, that changed rock my whole world. You said that's how you got here. You went down. Hey, that's why I made sure like I started tapping into the conspiracy theory lane, cause I'm like, I've been down that rabbit hole. So it'd be cool if like motherfuckers going down the rabbit hole and experience my shit. Like, then I could just be a part of like people who like just expand their mind and shit. Like, so Why not get paid off the shit? Because that's my whole thing. If you're on this planet, get you some fucking money. Like all that other shit is like ain't gonna help you. Like you for one, cause you gotta eat. That shit is expensive. You gotta pay bills, clothes. Get you some fucking money. Like stop worrying about shit that don't matter, don't mean shit. Ain't gonna get you nothing. Like especially if you got kids. Like so YouTube, I talk about this shit because it's monetizing my channel. I'm gonna get paid off this shit. Like so I would never do some shit if it's not gonna benefit my pockets. I'm not gonna listen to no music if it's not gonna motivate me to get money. I'm not gonna watch no movie if it's not gonna expand my mind in a fucking like form of fashion. Sometimes I watch for entertainment, but overall, like I'm trying to get some fucking money and I'm trying to enjoy my fucking life. Like so, most people just be on some other shit. I don't know what they be on. Because I'm curious and want to watch you grow. Like I said, I have no idea how you popped up on my phone. My phone there you was. So, hey, I really appreciate that. He needs to be our main star in our movie. You hear that, bro? Tevin wanna we working on a movie about like the music industry. Like I can't too much. I don't want no ideas to get stolen. But that's some like. See, I'm tapping. That's when I say when I get in the Hollywood lane. Before Tevin popped in here, I was talking about like shit. I want to work in Hollywood too. Like shit, I ain't about just because oh it said Hollywood is so evil and like all this. Fuck all that shit. I want to fucking do this shit too. Like the fuck, see what I can do. Let's see how creative my mind can be. Like shit. Motherfucker just want to complain about somebody doing some shit or oppressing. Ain't nobody oppressing your motherfucking ass. You choose to watch Love and Hip Hop. You choose to watch all this other bullshit. You choose not to read. Like that ain't on nobody but you. You can get on YouTube and research whatever the fuck you want to enlighten you. And some people will get on here and waste their fucking time knowing they only got 4 hours out their day to fucking like to do something like besides working for a job, waking up, going eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like your day is taken up, and you only got 4 hours, and you spend it on bullshit. Like so, I'm like, I ain't got no sympathy for nobody. I got 7 kids. Like I gotta focus on making sure they don't stumble in these same traps. Like so, I don't give a fuck if you fall asleep, if you stay asleep. I don't give a fuck if you go to hell. That ain't on me. I'm not Jesus. I didn't come here to save no fucking body. But if I do inspire someone, by all means, that's hey, you want to inspire people, but I'm not trying to be in your face. I'm not forcing nothing. Like if you sitting here and listen to this conversation, that's because you want to be here. Like, but if a person who just sitting in the back hating, not even just liking the shit, not saying nothing, they just like, fuck this nigga. Like, what? Like that just shows you like where your mindset at. Like so, as soon as I said that, 2 people left out this bitch. Like this motherfucker called me out. Like, but like low key, like man, I'm a person that's just on my journey, and I know who I am, and I'm not fucking switching up for nobody. I'm not doing nothing different. Like I'm just gonna keep growing. Like, just keep evolving. And if I start thinking different as I get on my journey, like as I get further along on my journey, people ain't gonna be able to say, "Oh, he's contradicting himself." No, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to grow. You're not supposed to stay where you was today. Like so, if I think different than how I feel today, then that's how it's supposed to be. Most people like, "Oh, I don't want to change. You don't want to switch up." No, motherfucker. Yes, you do. Like the problem is, motherfuckers stay stuck. I went to the military right in 2008. I came back home and visit, and everybody that was grew up around me, mostly that I hung around with on the daily, they was doing the same thing. And every time I would come back, like they would do the same thing. Like so, when Tevin like started waking up and like started like chasing his dreams and shit, I'm like, oh shit, he really on his shit. Like so, like most people don't be on their shit. Like they'd just rather watch somebody else be successful, talk shit. That's what I'm like, motherfuckers. I never went to sports games besides element in my elementary school. Other than that, I never attended not a nan other sports game because I can't just be in the crowd. I want to play the game. If I can't play the game, I don't want to watch this shit. You know why? Because the people that's in the crowd always got some shit to say, and they not in the game. They couldn't even make it on the court. And then you got the motherfuckers who watched it from the TV, who couldn't even afford to make it to the game. But all these motherfuckers got an opinion and ain't fucking playing. Like, so I'm gonna play the game and I'm gonna get everything I want out of this motherfucker. Like, so that's what I'm trying to encourage people to do. Hey, get you some fucking money. Cause shit, ain't nobody just gonna hand that shit to you. Like, literally, I got my family comes from money. Hold on. My family comes from money, and I'm not over here like, hey, put me on. Like, let me get some. Like, let me get some. Like, fuck no. Let me get this shit for myself, so I can feel like I'm self-made. Like, so Nipsey Hussle play a big part in like just my thinking. Like that marathon continues. Like, so that's like shit. That was my biggest inspiration. I feel like seeing how he did it and like how he like went out like on top. Like so, when I go out, when I leave this motherfucking planet, I want to leave out on top. He's taking off for the night. Hey, shout out to you, Milo, coming through. I'm a when I go back and watch my live, and I'm gonna make sure I put on the live chat so I can just remember who said. Cause I damn sure I don't be remember what the fuck I just talked about. I just went on a whole fucking rant. And if you was to ask me what did I just say, I couldn't tell you. Literally, I can't tell you what I just told you. Like there's probably pieces like in my head like I can't even tell you. Cause I'm all about the present moment. The past shit don't even matter no more. Like what's said was said. And if somebody watch it later or if I watch it later, like I'm going always like, oh shit, I said that. Like I always get inspired by listening to myself. Like so now I'm just more comfortable with being on camera. Like so I was always willing to talk, but I wasn't willing to get on camera and like let people criticize me and like say what I thought was stupid. I'm like, now I'm like, fuck what y'all think. Like shit, if you don't think what I think, oh well. You said flat Earth. I mean, shit. Like I said, I don't know what this fucking planet is. I don't care. Like I know it ain't the only one. Like shit, and I know once I die, I'm not gonna just be limited to being stuck here. Like so, I feel like this is a whole fucking trap. Whatever it is, it's a fucking trap. Fucking globe, round, circular, flat, hollow, deep. That shit is a fucking trap. Like so, my whole thing is just try to escape this bitch by like evolving spiritually to a level of thinking where my mind can imagine the most craziest experience for myself to go manifest. Like so, I'm heavy on like just manifesting the reality I want for myself. Knowing like shit, I get everything I want. I'm like, I gotta get. Hey, we all do. That's why I'm like, shit, get on YouTube, bro. Like, shit, monetize your channel. Talking about it's getting late. I can't see the time, so I don't know how late it is, but I do see people like leaving. But look at you. Now you finally popping in. But I guess I can end the live. It's 9:46. You talking about it's getting late. She trying to get me out this live this early. I can't believe it is only 9:46. I usually stay on this month like 10, 10:30. But I guess it's the wifey saying it's time to go. I'ma just listen to her. I don't want to be like Julius Caesar, you know, didn't listen to his wife, and guess what? Got fucking betrayed by Brutus. It's crazy. A day after my birthday, March 15th. But peace, we out.